Hello, and welcome to this week's live edition of Stony Brook Newsbreak. Today is Wednesday, November 18th. I'm Maya Brown. Breaking news. Mayor Bill de Blasio closes all New York City schools starting tomorrow due to rising cases of COVID-19. In their first rounds of efficacy trials for their COVID-19 vaccines, pharmaceutical companies Pfizer and Moderna reported results of over 90 and 95% effectiveness in preventing patients from getting the coronavirus. The trials, which have gathered months of data from testing on voluntary participants, saw only limited side effects in some patients, such as headaches, chills, and injection site discomfort. Both Pfizer and Moderna report that limited supplies of the vaccines will be available by December, pending FDA approval, and will be distributed only to at-risk groups and frontline medical workers. Coronavirus cases are on the rise in all 50 states, including Washington, D.C., Guam, and the Virgin Islands. The U.S. prepares for what could be COVID's second wave. NBC News has found that this spike in injections has equated to about a 100% increase in confirmed cases in over a dozen states over the last 2 weeks. The White House Coronavirus Task Force urges that we must flatten the curve, especially with the upcoming holidays that have the potential to amplify transmission of the virus. Remember to wear your mask and limit social gatherings this holiday season. For more on what's going on around campus, we turn to Sarah Tintawi with updates on campus calendar.
Thanks, Maya. Friends of the Ashley Schiff Preserve presents its 51st anniversary celebration. If you'd like to learn more about wildlife ecology and environmental socialism, stop by on Thursday, November 19th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Want to understand more about climate change? Join Samini Sengupta, this year's Marie Colvin Lecturer and the New York Times International Climate Reporter, virtually tonight to hear her speak. You can stream the lecture through the School of Journalism's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. The event takes place at 7 p.m. That's all for this week's events. Back to you, Maya.
Thanks, Sarah. Last week, the NFL announced The Weeknd as its halftime performer for its 2021 Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, Florida. This selection is another effort by the NFL to attract a wider and more diverse audience. The NFL is attempting to pivot from predominantly white, classic rock artists to a performer with a large social media following who is also popular with younger fans and people of color. That's all for this section of the Stony Brook Newsbreak. We'll be back in an hour with today's last edition.